You're sitting at home, enjoying a quiet afternoon, when suddenly the phone rings, and the voice on the other end claims there's a problem with your bank account, your tax refund, or even a loved one in trouble. Sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. Robocalls and phone scams are becoming more and more common here in Australia, and unfortunately, seniors are often the prime targets. These scammers are clever, they sound official, they play on our emotions, and they're getting harder to spot. But here's the good news: you can protect yourself. In this video, we are going to walk through exactly how these scams work, the red flags to listen for, and the simple steps you can take to stop them before they even start. Now, you might be thinking, I've been around long enough, I know a scam when I hear one. And that's true for a lot of us. But these scammers are getting sneakier. They don't just pretend to be from the tax office anymore. They impersonate charities, tech support, even family members in distress. They use fear, urgency, and sometimes even kindness to catch us off guard. So, let's start with the most common robocall scams you might encounter. First up, the tax debt scam. You've probably heard about this one. It's been all over the news. You get a call, often automated, saying you owe money to the ATO, and if you don't pay immediately, you'll be arrested. Now, here's the thing. The real ATO never operates like this. They won't threaten you over the phone, and they certainly won't demand payment through gift cards or wire transfers. If you get a call like this, the best thing to do? Hang up. Don't press any buttons. Don't engage. Just hang up. Another one to watch out for is the tech support scam. This is where someone calls claiming to be from Microsoft or Telstra, saying your computer has a virus and they need remote access to fix it. They sound professional, they use real-sounding company names, but it's all a trick. Once they're in your computer, they can steal personal information or even lock you out until you pay a fee. The rule here is simple. No legitimate company will call you out of the blue to fix a problem you didn't report. If you're ever unsure, just say, "I'll call the company directly," and end the call. Now, the most heartbreaking scam of all, the family emergency scam. This is when a caller pretends to be a grandchild or another loved one, saying they're in trouble and need money right away. They'll beg you not to tell anyone, making it sound urgent. It's a cruel trick, but it works because it plays on our love for our families. If you ever get a call like this, take a deep breath. Hang up, then call the family member directly on a number you know is theirs. Don't use any number the caller gives you. Scammers will often have an accomplice pretend to be a lawyer or police officer to make it seem real. So, what can you do to stop these calls before they happen? Well, the first line of defense is caller ID. If a number looks suspicious, maybe it's blocked, or it's from overseas, let it go to voicemail. Scammers rarely leave messages. You can also register your number with the Do Not Call register, which won't stop all scams, but it will cut down on some unwanted calls. And if you're getting a lot of these, consider talking to your phone provider. Many offer call blocking services that can help. But the most important tool you have? Your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Scammers rely on pressure. They want you to act before you have time to think. So, take your time. Ask questions. And remember, it's always okay to hang up. Now, let's talk about what to do if you do get caught by one of these scams, because it happens to the best of us, and there are steps you can take to protect yourself. Now, let's talk about what to do if you do get caught by one of these scams, because it happens to the best of us, and there's no shame in it. Scammers are good at what they do, and they've tricked plenty of smart, careful people. The important thing is to act quickly to minimize the damage. First, if you've given out personal information, like your bank details, Medicare number, or even your address, don't panic. The sooner you take action, the better. Call your bank immediately and let them know what happened. They can freeze your accounts, stop transactions, and help protect your money. If you've shared credit card details, cancel the card right away. Banks deal with fraud all the time, and they'll guide you through the next steps. Next, report the scam. In Australia, you can contact ScamWatch, run by the ACCC, Australian Competition and Consumer Commission. They track scam trends and use reports to warn others. You can also alert the Australian Cyber Security Centre if it involved online fraud. And if money was stolen, file a report with your local police. Even if you don't think they'll catch the scammer, having an official report can help with insurance or bank claims. Now, let's talk about protecting your personal information moving forward. Scammers often sell details to other criminals, so even if you've dealt with one issue, you might still be at risk. One of the best ways to safeguard yourself is with strong, unique passwords. I know, passwords are a hassle. But reusing the same one for everything is like using the same key for your house, car, and safe. If a scammer gets one, they get all of them. A simple trick. Think of a phrase you'll remember, like "My grandson Jack loves biscuits 2024, and use the first letters, MGJLB 2024. That's a password that's hard to guess but easy for you to recall. Another layer of protection? Two-factor authentication, 2FA. This just means that even if someone has your password, they can't access your account without a second step, like a code sent to your phone. Many banks, email providers, and social media sites offer this, and it's worth setting up. And here's something many people don't think about: your landline. If you still have one, consider adding a call blocking device or asking your provider about blocking international calls. Many scams come from overseas numbers, and cutting those off can reduce unwanted calls dramatically. Finally, let's talk about staying informed. Scams evolve constantly. What's common today might be replaced by a new trick tomorrow. A great habit is to check the ScamWatch website every few months or sign up for their alerts. You might also want to share what you learn with friends or family. Scammers target seniors because they think we are less tech-savvy, but when we look out for each other, we make that a lot harder for them. Now, let's go over one last, powerful way to fight back, and it's simpler than you might think. The best way to fight scammers? Starve them of attention. The less we engage, the less profitable their schemes become, and the more likely they'll move on. Here's how you can do that. When you get an unexpected call, especially from a number you don't recognize, let it go to voicemail. If it's important, they'll leave a message. If it's a scammer, they usually won't. And if you do answer and realize it's a scam, hang up immediately. Don't press buttons to unsubscribe or speak to a representative. That just tells them your number is active, and you'll get more calls. Another trick scammers use is spoofing, faking caller ID to look like a local number. You might see a call from what seems like a nearby business, even a government agency. But remember, just because it looks real doesn't mean it is. If you're unsure, hang up and call the organization back using a number from their official website or your bill, never the number the caller gives you. Now, I want to leave you with this thought: you are not powerless. Scammers rely on fear and confusion, but when you know their tricks, you take away their biggest advantage. You don't have to answer every call. You don't have to be polite to strangers demanding money. And you certainly don't have to feel embarrassed if you've been targeted. These criminals are professionals, and they've spent years refining their tactics. So, let's recap. Recognize the common scams: fake tax debts, tech support, and family emergencies. Protect your information. Use strong passwords, enable two-factor authentication, and block suspicious calls. Report scams. Tell your bank, ScamWatch, and the police if needed. Spread the word. Share what you've learned with friends and family. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. It helps others find this information too. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you encountered a scam call? How did you handle it? Your story could help someone else stay safe. Remember, the goal isn't to live in fear, it's to live with confidence, knowing you're prepared. Here's to staying one step ahead of the scammers and enjoying your peace of mind. Thanks for watching, and take care.